pick a champion. And I know some shows have done like who they think is going to be champion each weight division. And that's a fun thought exercise. And that will take a long time to break down. And me and Real Mike did that around this time last year when we had that big lull in fights. But what I wanted to do is I want us to one fighter who is not currently a UFC champion and has never been a UFC champion that you see winning the belt at some point this year. That doesn't mean they didn't contend for the title. Just at no point have they had the belt. For me, for anyone who has listened to this show or engaged with me on Twitter in the last, 12 years I've been on the dang thing, for me, it's Charles Do Bronx Oliveira. I don't care. At some point, he is going to be the 155-pound champion, and it better be this year. Dude is on the come up, and anyone that wins the title now, like Poirier, I think he sleeps. If he survives the first round against Conor, maybe even with the first round, I think he can put him to sleep. The only person I wouldn't want him to fight is Khabib, because I don't think he would have the space to implement his chokes and stuff like that. But his striking has come along so way. Especially over the last 3 fights, he is just like, understandably, Ferguson has dipped a little bit. I'm not gonna say that. I can't give 100% to the fact that Do Bronx increased that much, but he just made him look silly. Like, it wasn't even remotely close at any stretch of time. Like, you can argue that at some points in the Kevin Lee fight, things were a little bit close. I mean, the story of Kevin Lee's career, frankly. But you could argue that at some point, though, that was close, even though he still won and still got the finish. Ferguson, he utterly demolished, and he's got the platinum hair now. He's just like, I'm all in on Do Bronx as champion this year, and will continue to champion for it. Next up, Real Mike, who is in the chat. For him, and he might have his wish as early as March, he has picked Francis Ngannou there at heavyweight, whether it be him fighting.
Just here, and I have a couple reasons why. One, opportunity. He is a name. He is a fighter that they love in the UFC. Mm-hmm. And I think just because of that, he's going to have an easier path to get to the title. Number two, and this is something we talked about on recent episodes, Small Cage Wonder Boy is a different animal. Small Cage Wonder Boy that has to fight, that you get in his face and he actually has to fight you, where he can't just pivot around the outside of the 30-foot cage and throw a strike every 15 minutes. Like, that guy doesn't exist in the 25-foot cage. Small Cage Wonder Boy is a goddamn assassin. He's like the guy from Best of the Best. He comes out there with one arm in a sling, like, I'm gonna kick your ass. Let's go. Small Cage Wonder, yeah, that's right. Yeah, James Earl Jones in the corner, like, no. But anyway. Going deep with the reference. Small Cage Wonder Boy, I think, is just too technical. He's just such a sniper. He's a busy sniper. Imagine a sniper with like an AR-15. Just bop, 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 bop. He is fucking lethal. And that's why I'm picking Wonder Boy, those two reasons in general. Going back to your point about Do Bronx, I don't dislike Do Bronx. And I know 2 episodes ago, I kind of was a little disrespectful. I think he's a good fighter. I just think against the top of the division, man, I just think all those guys are better than Tony at this point. And I have to see it. I guess I'm
you've seen Gaethje's ground game, right?
Yes.
Do you think Do Bronx puts up Gaethje?
But how can I say this? Can Do Bronx get him? Do Bronx isn't Khabib. Can he get him down? Can he keep him down? I don't know. I just think if he gets
into Conor like to tap?
I'm sorry, say it again.
Does Conor like to tap?
Conor loves to tap. You know what Conor also likes to do is beat the shit out of people.
For 7 minutes and 38 seconds.
Okay, look. I'm sorry, I'm reading the chat. Real Mike, answer the question. Jesus, Mike. Anyway,
you're missing out if you're not in the chat right now. I'm not gonna lie. This 144 things going on in the live chat. There's a lot going on there. Not gonna lie.
Real Mike is coming at me right now. He's coming in hot.
Wait till he comes on the show next week. He's gonna write down all his grievances and he's coming right at you.
Anyway, who did he say? Ngannou? No, Ngannou's gonna lose to Stipe again, I think. And then Stipe is gonna go against Jones. It's actually an easier path to the title if Ngannou beats Jones, I think personally. But I think Stipe is just a little too technical for him. If he can just stay away from that big flailing left hook that Ngannou likes to do, then I think Stipe tools him again.
My only issue with the statement, I'll honestly agree most of the things on Do Bronx. I just say that every single guy above Do Bronx, he has a path to victory and he can win. That's my point on Do Bronx. And for Ngannou, the reason that I could back that up a little bit is since Ngannou fought Stipe, he's been put out, and he was put out by DC. No offense to DC, I would not necessarily DC is a power striker. Has significant power in his hands. He's never really shown that, especially at heavyweight. So I just don't think he has the same chin he used to. We'll see. We'll absolutely different. I'm a huge Stevie fan. The current king of the Midwest. Like, I mean, he's the sausage king of the Midwest right now.
A promo.
Or he's part of the not kidding. That ruins the reference. I could tell you where they're big. And the time of year, it's Home Alone. They play polka. They're really big in Sheboygan, which I laugh at because I have family members in Sheboygan. The Kenosha Kickers. Boom. There we go. Okay. Sorry.
Good pull.
Had to do it. Not candy. Got to give it to it.
Hey, Mike, Bob, can I just ask you one thing?
Yeah.
About 2 minutes ago, you came at me and you said, what happens when Gaethje goes to the ground? Have you seen his ground game? Right back at you with Ngannou.
I'm more talking about if he lands that first strike in the first round.
I'm just saying.
No, I'll give it to you. I'll give that one to you for sure. And in terms of Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, you and I talked about this on the other side. When you said that to me in the text when we were trying to get some of this info, I love that pick. I actually do, especially against someone like Usman, because those fights with Woodley were close, man. And Thompson is a very similar fighter then. He hasn't decreased very much at all. And I'm sorry, I know people say that Usman's striking is coming along, and it absolutely is, but he does not have the kind of power that Woodley has. And he's going to have to run straight at Wonderboy. So I could definitely see it, especially if it happens. So I mean, you have to have that power that makes Wonderboy not want to come forward, makes him not want to strike, makes him hesitate. And I'm just not sure that's there, but it could be. We'll find out.